I would like to change the global market mobile game industry to become more variation. Not only about anime, just like a few moments before, now RPG and MMORPG has a realistic graphic. With a high quality visual we must play and at least anticipate it when this game come out to global. Because RPG and MMORPG are the most played games on Android iOS now. Please like this video. Top 12. The most played MMORPG with the best graphic for Android iOS. Best MMORPG mobile. You can support this channel and send us a special thanks. Odin Valhalla Rising. Odin Valhalla Rising. This is the best MMORPG in Japan now. Look at how many players are active, so massive numbers. Probably the most played MMORPG Android iOS now. The reason why this game can keep the server busy is because the developers only made few servers. It's really good to maintain the numbers of the player active that makes the city look so alive. Odin Valhalla Rising has 4 main jobs like a warrior, mage, archer and priest, but each class has the next character classes for 2 each. Even when I play on the phone, I feel like this MMORPG level is just like the PC quality. You must go to the open world, such a pleasure to see how wide the world is. Even if you zoom out your character, the world seems really huge and beautiful. The best most played MMORPG on mobile with realistic graphic MMORPG. Auroria, a playful journey. Auroria, a playful journey. I'm pretty sure you will not notice this game if you just heard about it, because this game has been changed by the name multiple times. But anyway, this title looks fit on it. Even though this game has done so much testing, I can feel the progress is really good. The graphic optimized into the next level, especially the ambience and how beautiful the landscape becomes so unreal. Auroria, a playful journey is MMORPG games we will play in multiplayer in an open world. But we don't do any PvP, we only play this game side by side to hunt and collect material together. There are so many cool monsters around, try to build your home and resources are pretty easy to find around. Best MMORPG realistic graphic game mobile. Nightcross. I'm pretty happy, finally we have a very good Unreal Engine 5 MMORPG games on Android iOS. The first MMORPG mobile made with the most powerful engine now, which is Unreal Engine 5. I guarantee more developers will come to follow this game one by one. So far this game looks like Black Desert Mobile but in the next level. I really love the area concept is a combination between desert and green world on the monster area. This MMORPG has the most active players on mobile. The number of players walking around keeps improving. It doesn't matter on day or night, the player will get a huge help by the auto button. We can enjoy the game easily while rotating the camera to the panorama around. Most of the player will be riding mount, which is to faster the player reaching the next destination. Because the area is really wide, pick one class, they are Berserker, Paladin, Mage and Archer. Make sure you join the guild to participate in boss raid to get a huge amount of rewards. The best mobile MMORPG high graphic game for Android iOS. Dark Bean. I have played this MMORPG on the second CBT. It has an English version. I thought it would release it very soon, but until now I don't get any news. Hopefully the developers keep making this game. Dark Bean is an MMO action RPG. So when you are in the city, you will find massive players standing still for clearing some dungeon quest battle. Some of them will walk around to continue the main quest. In combat, we will use our dual sword to slash the enemy. Use your skill as much as you can, it doesn't cost any mana. Just wait for the rundown time of cooldown, as well as the dash button. We can block the enemy and do a counter attack when we do it at the right moment. The best action RPG high graphic games, Android, iOS. Assassin's Creed codename Jade. Assassin's Creed codename Jade. There is only limited news about this game, but actually we will play this game in the open world game in the Chinese Kingdom based region. This action RPG allows the player to do parkour between buildings and another building. It will give such a rare experience than the other mobile RPG game. Sometimes we will find an assassination cutscene to make the enemy get an instant kill. The game allows the main character to use many different weapons such as bow, dual sword, javelin and axe. The graphics are really beautiful with a realistic ambience around. The game is focusing on mobile platforms because the developers have made a different version for the PC platform. The best realistic action RPG hack and slash game, Android, iOS. King Arthur Legends Rise. King Arthur Legends Rise. Nothing can beat this turn-based RPG in a realistic mode. The way all of the character design is really promising. We will get a medieval experience while playing this game, starting from the ambience, the village, the way of the NPC costume and the music. It really makes us turn back into a medieval era. King Arthur Legends Rise is a pure turn-based RPG game. You can charge the energy gauge to unleash an immersive skill. Even the game can be faster or do an auto mode, but I prefer you to enjoy the game manually while following the main quest. The level of the enemy's difficulty is really high, so we are able to strengthen our character or summon a gacha. If you are lucky enough, then you will earn a high status rate of weapon and character. The best high graphic RPG game, Android, iOS. Diablo Immortal. Diablo Immortal. No one will expect this game to be successful on mobile platforms. If we remember and flashback again, the fans of Diablo weren't agreeing if this game launched on mobile platform. In fact, if you're checking on the Play Store score now, it has 4.7 stars with 1 million good reviews from the player and has been downloaded by 10 million players. I will admit this game is the most played MMORPG on Android iOS. Blizzard Company did a very good movement to port this game into a larger scale market. Diablo Immortal has an open-world dark fantasy theme. We can pick so many classes with male and female characters option and little customization appearance. The game is no auto MMORPG or no autoplay MMORPG game. The story is really interesting. The level of the enemy monster is really fair for a free-to-play player. But if you want to do a PvP, it's really competitive with a higher level of another player. Jaeger Hunt Legend. Jaeger Hunt Legend. 100% I guarantee this is the best MMORPG game in Monster Hunter genre, especially on mobile. We are so lucky it has an English version and has been released globally now. When you play it and entering the realm, then you will realize how realistic the ambience is, the cliff, the stone, the swamp. That's not all, because the monster movement looks pretty unreal. His voice is pretty cool, just like a dinosaur sound. Most of the boss monster has unpredictable skill and action, so we are really stay focused when facing them. In the game, we can pick various weapons to be enhanced, like a broadsword, javelin, gun. The upgrading material is pretty easy to obtain just by hunting the monster. Honestly, this MMORPG is no pay-to-win game mobile. We don't need to spend any money to kill all of the bosses. This game is fully no autoplay MMORPG, but don't worry, you will not lose your way. Just tap the quest, then you will get a hint to the next point area. Best high graphic MMORPG, iOS, Android. Rise from Disaster. Rise from Disaster. This game is pretty much inspired from Final Fantasy VII main character, which is Cloud. Look at how similar the sword shape and the way the character holding the sword is absolutely what Cloud do in Final Fantasy. But the rest, they make it by his own ideas, like the open world, and also the concept is really unique. We will play as the female with a sword as her primary weapon and fight against the zombie. Just imagine the sword weapon for slashing the zombies and not using any gun. Such a new experience. The graphics of this action RPG game are really good. We can easily find the zombies and get a lot of EXP. Because most of the enemies will come with a massive number at once. The gameplay is no auto RPG game, no autoplay, no auto path, no auto quest. Path of Rune. Path of Rune, this is a new RPG open world game with so nice 3D realistic graphic, especially on the panorama. Path of Rune gameplay is really giving the player the freedom of doing anything. We can do parkour at the wall, jumping from one building to another building. This is the best news RPG high graphic game that combines with survival games. That becomes a sandbox action RPG. We can get some material like stone, wood by cutting down the tree to craft cool new stuff and equipment. Our character can use various weapons like axe for close combat or bow for long-range combat, and switch those weapons while in combat is possible. To represent a realistic experience for the player, this game has day and night. Best new high graphic games action RPG mobile. Blade of God 2 Origins. Blade of God 2 Origins. Seriously, the most similar game with Dark Souls mobile is actually Blade of God 2. Honestly, this action RPG game has a hardcore gameplay level, especially every time we face the boss monster. All of their skill is unpredictable. The power is too strong to make the boss monster feel so overpowered. What we should do is try to get the right moment to do a counter attack and avoid the enemy skill as much as we can. When I tried to summon a gacha, I got a lot of SR and one SSR stuff, which is really easy to obtain to increase my character strength. In combat, maintaining stamina is really important, because when your stamina run out, you cannot do anything in a crucial condition. Best action RPG games for Android, iOS. Undawn. Undawn. I'm so speechless about these action MMORPG games. Actually, it's a zombies game, but the developers making it become a multiplayer open world. We can make a team up with the other players and hunt the monster or zombies together. When we are in the city, we can feel it safe because this area has the safe zone condition. We can sleep, do laundry, take a bath, and do so many other life activities. Get your motorbike to explore the huge map. Be careful, the zombies are living anywhere. When you are in combat, try to use a gun or knife to kill the zombie. Dodge and dodge is available and really important while you build up the ammo. Seriously, the best MMORPG games with high graphics for mobile.